Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. And it starts off with this really cool bass line. If you want to kind of follow those notes, you could start 2nd on the low E string, 4th fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D, 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on the D, 4th on the A, 2nd on the A, and then 4th fret on the A. It's kind of those bass notes that kind of kick off the tune, kind of 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, or F sharp, C sharp, E, F sharp, E, C sharp, B, C sharp. And what you may want to do is take the flat of your right hand, if you kind of lay it down on top of the saddle, you can make that really creepy cool with some right hand muting. And that might be kind of a really cool way to kind of work that. And then you'll hear these cool little keyboard hits actually that kind of start around some melody notes, where you can start on the high E 2nd fret, it's kind of an F sharp note, and then 4th fret on the high E string is kind of a G sharp note, and then 5th fret on the high E string for an A note, and then you go back to the 4th fret on the high E for a G sharp note. It's kind of these little keyboard hits, kind of that F sharp, G sharp, and then the A, G sharp, F sharp and F sharp, G sharp, A, G sharp. You can even kind of put those together actually if you kind of dig on that. Might be kind of a cool thing to kind of play around with that. I'm kind of doing that hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick from my basses and my fingers to kind of pull out the other notes of that melody. So that 2 and 2, 4, 2, 4s together, and then the 2 and 5, and then the 4s together. You kind of dig on that. And the chords that would kind of back up that lick would start on the F sharp minor chord. And normally you do this as a 2nd fret bar, 3rd finger on the A string, 4th fret, pinky on the D string, 4th fret. If you strum all those together, it sounds an F sharp minor chord, and it sounds very, very sad. Now you could kind of scale that down if you're just starting out. Actually, you can use an F sharp 5 power chord, where you could do 1st finger on the low E 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string, 4th fret, and kind of strum just the E and the A string, kind of an F sharp, C sharp note to kind of follow that F sharp note. Or you may want to kind of make this a smaller chord. And actually, what that keyboard chord kind of sounds like is if you're doing 2nd fret on the D, G, B, and E, kind of an F sharp minor 7. You can even get that with kind of the full bar if you kind of lift off the pinky and kind of try to bring out those top 4 strings for the keyboard melody. And then from the F sharp minor, you kind of, for that 4th fret on the high E string G sharp note, you may want to back that up with a G sharp minor chord, where you could kind of take that F sharp shape and we just kind of slide that over 2 frets to 4th fret. So now you got a 4th fret bar, 3rd finger on the A 6th, pinky on the D 6th. Now you may also want to dig on kind of lifting off the pinky, making that a G sharp minor, or you can even add in the pinky on the B string 7 for a G sharp minor 7. If you kind of dig on that sound, actually you could use that on the F sharp minor too. Or you might want to kind of just bring out just those top 4 strings as kind of that 4, 4, 4, 4. Or you could use a power chord by doing G G sharp 5. So you can do first finger on the low E 4th, third finger on the A string 6th to kind of play G sharp and a D sharp note together. So you could even make that kind of just a power chord hit if you're just starting out. That can be really cool to kind of just take that one shape and just try and kind of slide that over. And that might be kind of a cool way to kind of approach it if you're just starting out. Or you could use just the smaller chords, depending on if you have a bass player behind you or not. And then from there, actually, you could go back to the F sharp minor, but there's another voicing you may want to play around with, where you could do 4th fret on the D, pinky on the G string 6th, 2nd finger on the B string 5th, 3rd finger on the high E 5th. So it's kind of this 4, 6, 5, 5 kind of voicing 4 in the F sharp minor chord, kind of the F sharp minor 7 voicing. Now you could even bring that out, actually, as just kind of a little piece, even kind of from the G sharp minor. You may want to kind of just take that bar that you've already got down if you're working the bar, and kind of lay in that top 4 strings shape, so that way you can get back to the G sharp minor pretty quickly. And you could even make it just down hits actually through the tune. Kind of that F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. It's kind of our main groove through the intro. Or you could use a strum pattern. And you could even work just downs actually. Kind of a down with muting might be kind of cool for this, and you may want to play around with kind of a 3+5 idea, kind of an F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, down, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of through that intro. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So take the F sharp minor and just try that like down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now the weird part about using that strum pattern though is you may want to kind of halve it. Now you could do just a down, down, up on each one timing wise. Or what can sound very hip is to kind of split the pattern between the chords. So you could do the F sharp minor with a down, down, go to the G sharp minor for the up, up, down, up. And then you can go to F sharp minor, down, down, and then kind of hit the G sharp minor on the up, down. That might give you a little bit more energy through the tune. You have F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. Da da dee da 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 da. So let me kind of dig on that too. Or for myself, especially in the chorus, it's actually using a lot of energy. You can work a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. Kind of a 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I think matches kind of the feel of the tune is a down, up, down, up, down, up, 16th note strum pattern. What I mean by that is if you take the F sharp minor, do a down on 1 and an up on 4. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, 1, up. Up, and then on the last beat you'll be going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, 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 down. So all together, you got down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. And what you may want to do is kind of split that between the chords. Kind of the F sharp minor with the down, up. Then you go to the G sharp minor for the down, up, down, down. And then you got the F sharp minor for the down, up, G sharp minor for the down, up, down, down. Kind of dig on that. So F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. This can definitely be a little bit challenging that way. That could be kind of a cool way to kind of work it, especially if you want a lot more energy in it. And then from that intro, then we'll be going into our main verse form. And we end up repeating that F sharp minor, G sharp minor 4 times, and then we go to a B minor chord. And when you play B minor, normally you do this as a 2nd fret bar, 2nd finger on the B 3rd, 3rd finger on the D 4th, pinky on the G 4th fret, And if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of B minor. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the pinky and making that a B minor 7. It's going to be a very heavy thing. Or you could even add in the high E on the 5th fret with the pinky and kind of dig on that with B minor. Or if you're just starting out, you could use a B5 power chord by doing first finger on the A 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the D 4th fret, kind of like just those 2 notes for the B minor. Or another way to play B minor would be doing first finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the high E 2nd for a B minor 7, working the A string to the high E string. Or if you're digging on those bar shapes, actually, the root for the F sharp minor and the G sharp minor, you may just want to take that bar shape and just slide it up to 7th fret. So now I got a 7th fret bar, 3rd finger on the A9, pinky on the D9 is another way to play B minor. Or you can lift off the pinky and make that a B minor 7. Or you can take the pinky and add it in on a B string on the 10, kind of make that B minor 7. So there's a couple different options there, and we kind of end up doing our whole strum pattern on the B minor. So through our main verse chorus form, we have kind of that F sharp minor, G sharp minor, 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 B minor, da da da, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. And then from there we go into kind of like our second half of the verse, actually, or kind of like a verse tag, where we end up doing our F sharp minor and our G sharp minor 4 times, and then we go to our B minor twice, and then we go back to our F sharp minor, G sharp minor. So that's kind of like the first part of our main verse chorus. Now one other thing that I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, up, or the down, up, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So on the F sharp minor, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the G sharp minor, you'd have low E for the bass. On the B minor, you'd have the A for the bass, unless you're doing the 7th fret bar, which keeps you with the low E for the bass. So we tried that next part with a bass down, up, down, up. You'd have kind of the F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. And on that other F sharp minor, if you want to bring out the D string for the bass note on that, that might be kind of cool to kind of get that F sharp bass in there. So you'd have F sharp minor, G sharp minor, D bass, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, kind of on that. And then from there, then we'll be going into our main pre-chorus. And our pre-chorus, we go to a D major chord. So we play D major. First finger goes to G on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now around Ds in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the 2nd finger. Always a dangerous finger to lift. That makes a D suspended 2nd. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd, make it a D suspended chord, kind of say some things around Ds. Or you may want to think about a D major 7, where you could do the first finger over the G and the B and the E string, kind of as a little mini bar, kind of hip. Or you could use a power chord for this by doing the D string and the A string, or the D string and the G string of the D chord. Or you could do that as a 5th fret on the A string, 3rd finger on the D7 for a D5 power chord. The bars. You could do this as kind of a bar 5th, 3rd finger over the D, G, and B, kind of digging that for the D major. Or you can make it a D major 7 by doing the 5th fret bar, 2nd finger on the G6, 3rd finger on the D7, pinky on the B string 7, kind of working that for D major 7. And then from the D, then we go back to F sharp minor, and then we go back to D, and then we go back to F sharp minor, and then we go back to D, and then F sharp minor, and then we go back to D, but then we go to a C sharp 7. And you could kind of do this as a C sharp major idea, kind of taking that D major bar from 5th, kind of the double bar idea, and going to 4th and 6th. And I got 4th fret bar, 3rd finger of the D, G, and B, if you kind of dig on that. Or you can make it a C sharp 7 by doing bar on 4th, 3rd finger on the D, 6th fret, pinky on the B string 6, or C sharp 7. Or you could use a C sharp 5 power chord by doing first finger on the A 4th, 3rd finger on the D 6th, working that. Or what I was really digging on, is you could do a C sharp 9, or you could do first finger on the D on the 3rd fret, second finger on the A string on the 4th fret, third finger over the G, B, and E on the 4th fret, finger to kind of cover those top 3 notes. But you may kind of dig on that for the C sharp. So all the way through that pre-chorus that way, actually, we could even work this as kind of a bass, down, up, down, up. On your D chord, you'd have the D for the bass, unless you're doing the 5th fret bar, then you'd have the A for the bass. And on the F sharp minor, you have the A or the low E string for the bass. And then for the C sharps, you'd have the A string for the bass. Kind of dig on that. So all the way through that pre-chorus, we have a D, F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, D, and then C sharp. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, you could work it through with that, and this kind of has a lot of energy to it and can be kind of challenging, but just kind of go over that. You have kind of that D, and you could work it with basses too, kind of a bass, up, bass, up, down, it might be kind of cool on that part. Kind of tried that through the pre-chorus. You'd have the D, F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, D, C sharp. Then we'd be going into our main chorus, which is kind of like our intro verse. So you have kind of that F sharp minor, G sharp minor, 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 B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. From there, then we'll be going back into kind of our main verse part. You can kind of follow that with either one of those strum patterns, actually. Kind of F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp. From there, then we go into kind of the half verse idea, kind of almost like our pre-chorus before the pre-chorus. So we got our F sharp minor, G sharp minor, 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 B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. And then from there, then we'll be going into our next pre-chorus. So we've got the D, F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, D, F sharp minor, D, C sharp. Lead us into our next chorus. And we back to our F sharp minor, G sharp minor, 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 B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. And then from there, we kind of go into a little tag, but you'll hear this cool little lick kind of come out there. And if you wanted to kind of bring that guitar part out, you could do 4th fret on the G string as kind of a slide to 6th fret. So I'm kind of sliding the 4th fret or keeping enough pressure to slide the sound from 4 to 6 on the G. And then you could go back to the 4 on the G string, and then 2nd fret on the G, and then go back to the 4th fret on the G string as kind of a slide back to 6. So you kind of dig those notes, kind of that 4, 6, 4, 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 2, and then you may want to do the 4, 6, 4, 2 again, and then the 4, 6, 4, 2, and then end with that 4, 6. So you want to kind of play around with those notes. So you know, kind of play around with that as kind of a lead part through that part. And then from there, then we go into kind of our outro. And it's a lot of that verse part and chorus part coming back. So through that outro chorus, we have the F sharp minor, G sharp minor, 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 B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, B minor, B minor, F sharp minor, G sharp 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 minor, minor band at the very end, or you may want to go back to that bass line, or even the little chords, kind of bringing those out. Or you could play around with that 2 part actually. Kind of cool to kind of play around with that. I'll work that out too. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. So good luck.